Sorry it's taking so long to make it happen.
Hey, look, no apology needed. Your life has been a whirlwind since the day you were drafted. I got to imagine it's been nonstop.
Yeah, it's been hectic, but it's also been pretty amazing. I mean, I love what it means to be a pro in this league.
Yeah, and being a pro also means getting to be in Madden. I mean, you go from playing the game to being in it.
well, yeah, but they got to get my ratings up. I know every player says that, but I'm serious.
Yeah, you and every other dude in the league, you know. But I will tell you, I happen to know a few guys on the Madden team. So you play your cards right, maybe OKC puts in a good word for you, all right?
Yeah, you got to do that. Because I am not sure they've been watching my games close enough, Kev.
Look, I can assure you I've been watching your games. And, you know, there's one in particular I'd love to ask you about. Let's go back to earlier this season.
Today, from TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, it's Week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Josh Lambo set to go, and we are underway here in Jacksonville. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback who played for the Nevada Wolfpack in college. It's Colin Kaepernick.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And right away, he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Second and short now following the fumble. Now a give running left with Mack. And he loses the football a second time. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
On first down, Mack. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line. Throwing on first down. Madden. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Touchdown, Jaguars! Marvin Jones with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Kaepernick. And his throw here's incomplete. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
On third down, a run by Mack. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple of yards short of the first. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Carter Landry, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward is just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
And the Colts coming out now. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. So, Charles, we have reached the end here of a long season, Week 18, which we don't say very often, although this is not the first Week 18 that the NFL has ever seen.
Not at all, and Brandon, some of the people might be a little bit too young to remember, but back in 1993, the league experimented with giving teams 2 open weeks for the year, and we also saw Week 18 when the league was on pause for a few weeks in 2001, following the attacks on September 11th.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Kaepernick now to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Taken in at the 22. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try to cut down the length of the drive.
DJ Chark, the intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. Touchdown! Carter Landry with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
And 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 44 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Kaepernick now on first down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw, Kaepernick. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. The Colts on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it's sailing. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Well, he's got to have that wrong, doesn't he? They declined that.
There's no doubt about it. Sorry to step on you there, partner, but let's go ahead and run this one together, right? Incomplete pass. Yet they call pass interference, and somehow you're going to decline that.
I'm so confused. And this one is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
They'll try and throw for it here.
You know they pay me extra for this.
Fighting his way through contact.
Not sure I agreed with the decision to go for it, but I definitely agreed with his decision to run it. He picked up that big first down. I think he let his head coach off the hook.
That's what I was just going to say. If there's anybody more happy than the quarterback picking it up, it's the coach that saw him pick it up. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Madden. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Going deep here for Landry. He's got a man, complete.
If you were me, you'd do this too.
Touchdown, Jaguars. Carter Landry on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead here in this first half. And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
They'll run on first down. It's Mack, and they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Kaepernick to throw. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had a good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about. And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up third down.
Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful. Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
That's going to be caught. It's Chenault. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
I'm seeing a lot of hands on hips in that secondary, and I suspect a lot of mumbling under their breath as well because this defense has had no answer for the passing game here in the first half.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. John Simon. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. It's their quarterback as the first half is winding down.
And the Jaguars will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Back to throw. Madden. And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Short kick. One of the... Now a hit and a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away.
It's a squibber picked up around the 27.
Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
A final shot before half for Kaepernick.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we sit, all right, hang on, we'll jump over halftime. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half.
From the 6.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They go play action here on first down. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. It's a big play for the Jaguars.
So when's the best time to take the big shots downfield? When you think a defense least expects it, and I think the first play of the third quarter qualifies. They came right out firing.
And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark, 28 yards. And the Jaguars come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hand?
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. Indianapolis offense ready to go again.